Grew up in a church. I was raised by a Christian family. My mom was more of a Catholic, and my dad wasn't really into church. He was quote-unquote Muslim. So it was really hard to pick and choose, but I grew up with my mom, so I was Catholic. Just go to church on Sunday kind of childhood.
When I was about 8 months old, my dad left me, and I grew up with my mother. I grew up pretty much alone. My mom left me when I was 5 years old and went to Ghana to do schooling, and after that, my grandma raised me up.
I was born in church. I grew up, I spent like half my years back home in Ghana. I was still in the church, my dad was going to church and everything, but I never understood church. I never understood Christianity. It never made sense to me.
I grew up in a family for they were all Christians. My father was a deacon in a Baptist church. Although I was going to church, but I did not really know why I'm going to church. I was going because they were telling me to go, and more to that, what actually motivated me was how my father was a deacon.
Then I came to the United States, and when I came, it was very hard for me, coming from a different country, and I went through a lot of crazy, stuff in school, and adapting to the culture and just, living in the U.S.
My life right now would have been different, but because it was just get dressed, go to church on Sunday, come home, and that was it. We didn't really pray, read the Bible or such at home.
Issues at home, all of that, end up definitely straying off the path of Christ, not really knowing what the path of Christ was to begin with. So I spent years, following friends from school, end up in the street life, following girls. I'm talking about even joining gangs.
I even got baptized there, but I don't know. I was being forced to. They told me to do that.
But through those years, I found something that I really loved, which was basketball first, and I played it. Became something that I really loved to do. But during that time, that's when God arrested me. And since then, my life has not been the same again.
I was living in the world, or for the world, for a while when I left my mom's home and went to college the first year. And it was like, I've basically done everything that there is out there. And I've wasted 4 years of my life. Nothing good in a way came out of it. And it was just like me going back and forth and getting in trouble. And I'm like, to be honest, I'm getting nothing. Let me go back to God and see how that will change.
It was sent here from my family because I was involved in the gang life. They wanted me to escape all of that. And I started going to church with my mom. And just very gradually, I began to see things, and actually the defining moment for me was this. I went to a youth camp, and I saw young people my age and younger worshiping God, and I said, wow, what is this? I want that experience too, so I told God, I said, well, whatever these people have, I want it too. And since then, I believe that was really the beginning of the change in my life.
So the reason I came to Christ was because there were other kids my age, and I saw how they were coming to Christ, and I saw all the things that they were becoming, and I saw how God was just working in their lives, and I really wanted to be a part of that too. And I wanted to grow in Christ as well.
What Christ offered me, the world could not offer me. I couldn't find it in $1 million, I could not find it in $1 billion. But Christ offered me joy, peace, and happiness. On top of that, eternal salvation.
What brought me to Christ was the benefit of having a father who is so loving and merciful, the benefit of being a child of the Most High.
God saved me in a very miraculous way. I was saved at UCM, on a Sunday, and I just appreciate, what He has done in my life in the last 2 years, because I actually was saved in 2 years ago.
So when I realized that my sins were that bad and that I truly needed Jesus to die for my sins, that's what led me to accept Christ.
When I did, I have to admit everything. I'm not saying my life is perfect right now, but it's better than what it was.
What I've gained is the happiness in Christ and the assurance of God, protection.
I've gained an understanding of God's love. I know that God loves His children unconditionally. No matter where you are, where you're from, and what your background might be, God loves you unconditionally, and nothing can separate you from the love of God.
It's been a journey, difficult one. Definitely it's not easy. I'm never going to tell you it's easy, but I've seen a lot of dramatic changes. I'm talking about, stop smoking, drinking, the whole street life gone. A whole lot of changes. Understanding life for me is what it's been. Recognizing what life is, the purpose of life, the meaning of life. That has been the most dramatic change for me.
Since then, my life has just been great. God has been so good to me, providing whatever I need. Just showed me every side of Him that I've never seen before when I was young.
Well, one of the, I'll say it's good, yet it's bad. I've lost all my friends. Right now, I have no friend that are like, oh, let's go party or that. I've made better friends in church that motivate me, they support me. They are like positive influence. Like I see so much greatness in them, and now I'm not depressed. I don't just hate my life or whatever.
You should come to Christ because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. There is nothing that the world has to offer that Christ cannot offer. But there is something that Christ has to offer that the world cannot offer, and that is salvation.
Why I would say you should come to Christ is that the regret that I had was that I didn't come to Christ sooner, because once I saw the benefits, once I tasted and saw the goodness of God, there was no going back from there. And so it just makes me regret in a way that I didn't know those things earlier.
Because I want to share with you something new that please try Jesus. Just try Him, because I'm talking from my experience, but I want you to experience Him. Don't just hear it from me. Come to Him and try Him. You see how much He's going to give you, how much He's going to offer. He's going to offer you beyond your imagination and your expectations. That's what Jesus offers.
It is vital. It is important. It is the best decision you will make in your entire life. And I say this because, once again, if you understand what life is, if you understand the purpose of life, you are able to gradually work towards your purpose, your vision, whatever it is that you want to do and what God has called you for. So if you're young and you have no idea you've never accepted Christ, and you have no idea what your vision, your purpose is in life, you end up just going around in circles. You will, even if you end up making something of yourself in terms of education, career-wise, you will still be missing a lot. So as a youth, no matter what age you are, because it will be the defining factor of your destiny in your future. Amen.
Every child or every young person growing up, the most important thing you should always remember is somebody that is above, that has created you and given you a purpose.
With everything that's going on in this world and everything that's taking place, I think we're living in a very vital moment where Jesus is coming back really soon. I don't like to say that too much because it kind of creep people out. It may sound weird, but I believe Jesus is coming back pretty soon, and God calls us, and He tells us in the Bible as well, that every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that He is Lord. And because of that, I think that every youth and everybody in this world need to try to figure out exactly what's important in life. Like, is your desires are important, or the calling that Jesus has for you is important, or is your purpose important? No, I'm telling you right now, Jesus has called you to reach more people, and because of that, it's no hesitation. You guys got to be ready. Everybody in this world needs to be ready, but youth, you are the youth of the next generation. And how can you minister or change anybody else's lives if your life hasn't been changed by Jesus first?
Youth are the people for tomorrow. We are already in the end time army, to spread the good news, to spread the message of Jesus Christ to all nations. A song that they always say, yeah. I say, yeah, this is the time for yeah.